Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Renee. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my very first story time. On my channel, I'm going to be doing a few stories about my life, different things, funny stories, embarrassing stories, all of it, all that shit, throw that shit all in there. But today I'm going to be talking about a specific time that me and my girls went out with these guys and everything just went downhill. Okay, all right. So for now, I wrote down a few things because, I was like, 17 years old. Right now I'm 27, turning 28. It's been a while. It's been a long ass time, so I had to write shit down to kind of remember the story. I smoke, and I'm probably going to smoke during the story, so bear with me and listen to the story. Tune in. All right, let's go. So there was one time that I met these guys. I don't remember who was with me specifically. I was either with my girl, let's just call her No Filter, because legit, she has no filter. She doesn't care. She says it like it is, you know what I mean? If something's bothering her, she's talking about it. Anyway, so met these guys, these two guys at Ossington Station. If nobody knows what Ossington Station is, I am from Canada, so that is a station in Toronto. So anyways, at Ossington Station, we met two guys there. We never met up with two guys. We met two guys there. There's two guys that were at the station and they were trying to talk to us or whatever. They wanted my number or BBMs. I don't fully remember what it was. Either or, I think it was BBM. So let's just call one of the guys Leo. And then we'll call the next guy Chubby. I'm not putting any names into any of my stories because, I'm not trying to have people coming back into my life and popping up and any of that. None of that. So anyways, two guys. One guy named Leo and one guy named Chubby. So at the time, we exchanged BBMs, we exchanged numbers, and then that was it. Over time, I feel like me and this guy might have had conversations, me and Leo, but I can't exactly remember what we would talk about. But there was one time he wanted to go out. He was like, you and your girls, like, we should all go to the movies, like with me and my boys or whatever. We should go to the movies. I have movie passes, like, let's all go watch a movie. So I'm like, okay, cool, like, we chose a Saturday or whatever. So at the time I told my girls, like, these two guys that we met, that me and No Filter met, they want to go out with us. They want to go to the movies. They have free movie passes or whatever the case was. And then they're like, all right, we're down. So that Saturday, I had Leo and Chubby. They came to pick me up. And then I went to go meet up with, okay, I need to name. But I went to go meet up with No Filter. Let's just call one of my next girls, what can I call her? I'll call her Alicia. Alicia and Bubbly, because she's always bubbly. Alicia because Alicia. No Filter because she has no filter. Anyways, so I told them, like, let's go meet up with the guys, blah, blah, blah. They came to pick me up, but No Filter, Bubbly, and Alicia, they were already downtown at a hookah lounge with other people that we know. But whatever, so we went downtown and then we went to go meet up with them, and then it was four of us now, four girls and then two guys. So they were in the front, the two guys were in the front, and then me and the other girls, we squish up in the back of the car. So then whatever, so I can't remember specifically where we went to the movies. Yeah, but whatever, we went to the movies. So we get there, everything's good. We're walking in the theater, blah, blah, blah. We get to the front now, and then they pull out their movie passes that they had mentioned that were free, right? They said it was free, right? So then after, they gave the tickets to the guys at the front, and they're like, how they're not valid or whatever. So they're just like, what? Like, how? We're here thinking, like, free movies, Nope. Didn't end up going to the movies. So then we ended up leaving the movie theater and we're trying to find another motive. And at the time, what were we saying? The guys insisted, actually, let's go to a motel and let's just get some drinks, order pizza, let's just chill, let's have smoke, let's have a fun night or whatever. A chill night. casual night, 4 girls, 2 guys. Okay, so whatever, we're like, okay, that sounds good. Like, you know, we all agreed to go with the guys or whatever. And then yeah, so we were driving around downtown, driving around. And I remember we ended up at a high school. I can't remember the name of the high school. I think it was Eastern Tech. We parked up right beside Eastern Tech, and then both of the guys got out of the car. And we're all just like, oh, like what the fuck, where are they going? They didn't even tell us where they were going or nothing. They just got out of the car and walked up the road. So I'm just like, okay, like, you know, we're just curious, just sitting there talking, you know, girls. I think the radio was on, I'm not even sure, maybe it was off, I didn't even know. So we're looking out the car windows now, and we see Leo and Chubby there with another guy. So let's call this next guy, his name is gonna be, let's name him Hothead. Let's name him Hothead. So Leo and Chubby, they went outside, they met up with another guy named Hothead, and then Chubby had left. So now it was Leo and Hothead only. At the time, like, we don't know who Hothead is. We barely know these guys, but I know Leo enough, like more than I know Hothead. I don't know Hothead at all. So Hothead and Leo comes back into the car, and he's introducing his friend or whatever. We're like, okay, like, you know, like, he seems alright. We said hi, whatever. So whatever, we're like, okay, we're gonna go to the motel or whatever. And we're driving, going on the highway. We're playing music on the radio. You know, on Saturdays, 93.5 is always bumping to the music, you know, whatever, dance hall is on, whatever. And then we're on the highway and whatever, and I'm just wondering, like, you know, why are we still on the highway? Like, where are we going? So I'm like, yo, like, how far are we going? He's like, oh, the farther away we go, the motels are cheaper. Being 17 at the time, it was just like, okay, like, you know, that makes sense. Being 27 years old now, it's like, okay, no. Motels are cheap anywhere. Like, what the fuck? We're just going into a room to go chill. So at the time, like, you know, right then and there, I should have been like, no, like, let's just chill in a motel down here. So whatever. Till this day, I don't fully know where we went. I think it was Kingston. I don't know how we ended up in Kingston. If it wasn't Kingston, it was Kingston Street. So that had to be like Scarborough, maybe. I don't fucking know. But whatever. It felt far to us because we were from the West. Like, we were from like Martin Grove areas. Anyways. So we pull up to a motel now. I can't remember the specifics that happened in the car. Maybe there's a little bit of stuff that happened in the car. I'm not fully sure. Not important. So whatever. We park up and we get to a motel or whatever. And the Leo was like, oh, let's one of the girls, like, come in with me so that it doesn't seem sketch, like, you know, it doesn't seem like he's up to something or whatever the case was. When I think back, I think it was about like, usually there's like escorts or whatever, they would go into the motels and stuff, so he didn't want it to seem like as if he was paying for a room to fuck somebody or whatever the fucking case was. I honestly don't remember what exactly it was, but it's giving me those vibes. Anywho, so then I was the one. I went inside with Leo to the front desk of the motel, paid for the room. It looked like we were a couple, you know, I guess. I don't know. They know, right? I don't know. I don't buy hotels. I don't pay for motels. So whatever, we get back into the car. We're like, okay, everything's good. The girls are happy. We parked up the car. We get into the room now, and it's just a little room. It's just like it's a queen bed. When we park in the car, and then we all get inside the room, and I noticed that the room, it was just a small room. It had one washroom, and it had like a queen size bed, or maybe like a queen size bed. It wasn't anything special. It was just a simple little room with a little dresser, TV or whatever. So it's me, Hothead, Alicia, and Bubbly. We're chilling with Leo and Hothead. Okay, I was interrupted by my daughter, sorry. Now I have to light a spliff because this kid just annoyed me. But anyways, so we get into the room, we see the room, we're like, okay, whatever, like, this is fine. I think we had ordered a pizza, I think we did, I can see a pizza right now. We ordered a pizza, and let me see. Okay, yeah, we ordered a pizza, we're just chilling, and we're drinking, we're just talking, whatever. Everything was fine, everything was normal. Hothead, Leo, they're fine. There was no weird vibes. There was nothing going on, none of that. So then there was a point where where it went left was pretty much when Leo wanted to talk to Alicia. Leo was like, oh, like, you know, he was drinking and shit, like, he was getting drunk, and like, he was just like, you know, like, let me talk to you in the washroom type shit. And then Alicia's just like, no, like, I'm not going into the washroom with you. If you want to talk to me right here, like, in front of everybody. So then he was just like, no, like, you know, like, let's go talk in the washroom or whatever. Alicia's like, no, like, she's just not having it. She's not having it. She's not going into the washroom. No, she's not having it. And then after, I was like, Alicia, just go into the washroom and see what he has to say. Like, you know, nothing's gonna happen. Like, we're all out here. And then she's like, what? I'm not going in the washroom with him, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, you know what, Leo, like, leave her. Like, she doesn't want to go into the washroom. Like, just let it go. She doesn't want to go into the washroom. Let it be. And then No Filter was like, you know what, like, let's just go home. Like, I'm ready to go home. Like, I'm tired. Let's just leave now. Like, let's just go. Forget it. Let's just go. So then before Hothead, I was telling Leo, like, you know, let's leave now or whatever. Leo was like, oh, let me sober up first and then I'm gonna take you guys home. So then No Filter was getting upset. She's like, no, like, you brought us out here. You need to sober up now. Like, we need to go now. I'm not specifically sure what time it was. It was probably late, maybe around like 12-ish, maybe around 12 at the time, maybe 11, 12, maybe later. I don't really know. It was late though. So then Leo's just like, no, I need to sober up, And then No Filter's like, oh, okay, so whatever. Bubbly can drive. Like, she can take your keys and drive. Like, she can drive your car home since you're drunk. So Hothead's like, what? How are you guys gonna tell a man that you're gonna take his keys to drive his car? Blah, blah, blah. You guys are disrespectful. Like, you know, talking like that. I'm not really sure what made the man snap, but he just went off. He's like, yo, you girls are disrespectful, you bitches, this. He starts holding his pockets. Like, he kept doing this, like, holding his friend, like, as if he's gonna come pull out a gun or something. So we're just like, what? Me, I wasn't scared, but when I seen Alicia and No Filter run out the room, and then Bubbly ran out the room, I was just like, Leo, yeah. So, see you later. You know, it's okay. Like, it's all right. I was kind of like, you know, trying to hush the situation down because Hothead is doing the most. Going back and forth, holding himself, like, you know, doing the most. So I'm just like, you know, I'm not fucking getting shot over nothing this stupid, like, you know. So I left the room too. They closed the door, whatever, we ran out. So we're running down the fucking street now, like fucking scaredy cats running down the street. We're just like, oh my god, like, where the fuck are we? Like, honestly, the way how it looked, it just looks super spooky. There's motels everywhere, and then there's like complexes everywhere, and we're just like, oh my god, like, what area are we in? Like, you know. And then as we're walking down the fucking sidewalk, there was some car on the side pulled up beside us, and they're just driving slow. So we're like, nah, fuck that. We just boogied. We just started running. We ran to the closest gas station. There was a gas station on the right side. I don't know where it came from. It just appeared. And then we went into the gas station. We're like, oh my god, like, you know, we're stranded. We don't know where we are. Where are we? Blah, blah, blah. To this day, I don't know where we were. I don't know what the man had told us at the time. But he's like, oh, like, just sit in the gas station and, you know, I'm going to call someone for you guys or whatever. Call a cab or whatever. I don't even think we have money like that at the time. So we're just like, we're gonna wait until the buses start running again. So it had to be super late if that was the case then. So after sitting in the gas station, I think maybe an hour went by, and there was this black guy that came into the gas station to get gas. And then, I don't even know, I think he had peeped at us, and he's like, are you guys good? And we're like, yeah, we're just stranded, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh, like, where are you guys going? Like, where are you guys coming from? And we told him that we're coming from so and so. At the time, I was talking to my brother's baby mother at the time. I was letting her know what was going on and how we're out here, blah, blah, blah. And then just so suddenly, the guy that had walked into the gas station, he's just like, oh, I'm going the same way that you guys are going. I can drop you guys home. We're just like, what? Like, seriously? Like, wow. Like, you know, what a blessing. It's like, wow, like, that was such a blessing. Like, you know, where did this guy come from? And what are the, like, he's going to the same area. Like, what a coincidence. All going to the same area. So what had happened was we got into the car with him. And then I guess he went to go to maybe his house first. He said he's gonna go to his house. And then another girl came in. I guess maybe that's his girlfriend. So she came in the car and whatever. So we're all driving now. He drove us straight to my brother's baby mother's house. Drove us straight there. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, we're all just like, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, God bless you. Like, you don't even know, like, you actually really helped us out in this situation. And then they said thank you, whatever, whatever. They let her go, whatever, whatever, whatever. So then after they left, and then we were in the building and we went upstairs, and she was really upset. My brother's baby mom was really upset. She just gave us a little lecture, a little talk about being safe and being on the road with guys and stuff like that. And honestly, ever since that day, I've never, ever spoken to those guys again. Never, ever seen those guys again. Never, nothing again. I just left it at that. I removed him off my BBM. All that stuff. I couldn't bother with any of that. But that was my first story time. First story time. Like and subscribe below. Comment below as well. You know, show me some love. And you know, all my other videos are going to be popping. You know, this is just my first video. This is my first go-to. So I hope you guys liked it. All right, thank you guys for watching. Bye.